Hello, everyone, and happy early Independence Day if you're in the United States. Um, I wanted a new Lavos build to be the next one I talked about because I recently saw a video explaining a pretty cool interaction, and I'll link that video in the description. He uh, he gave me the go ahead, like said by all means to use it to make my own video and reference his. Um, it's pretty much using the same thing he already talked about in his video. I just made a whole build out of it with a weapon and everything. He was just talking about the ability interaction. So I'll do this video assuming you already know how Lavos works because I've made videos on him in the past. But I put Breach Surge on him, and thanks to this video that I watched, he explained that Valence Formation counts as a universal buff, and Breach Surge receives universal buffs. So um, if you use Valence Formation to give your weapons gas damage, then Breach Surge also gets the gas damage. So every time it shoots out, it applies gas to something, and then the gas cloud will cause another Breach Surge to spawn, and it will just keep spreading, kind of like Necrotic Grip from Destiny. Um, and it'll also keep ramping in damage. So I have Archon Vitality on because why not on him? Honestly, you could probably put all of the Archon mods on him because he's gonna be doing well. You don't really need Archon Stretch because he doesn't receive energy, but Arcane Victory is nice because I believe it can trigger off of Breach Surge kills, but it's not necessary. If you wanted, you could also do where is it? I can't remember the name of it yet. Oh yeah, Impetus, um, for just more ability efficiency and strength because you're going to be applying a lot of statuses. Um, that's pretty much the only thing I changed about him. But as for the weapon, I finally have a reason to use Gotfa Prime because it says after inflicting a status effect, the next shot has a 15% chance to have a critical chance of 300%. So I built this thing purely for hunter munitions, crit damage, and I did a bit viral and um, acuity for weak point damage and crit damage. And I feel like you could honestly build a little bit of fire rate as well because more fire rate means you're getting more of those 300% crit chance shots out. But the thing is, when you use Valence Formation, it says with guaranteed status for 20 seconds. So every single shot is going to apply gas with this weapon when you activate that, which means every second shot will have this effect on it. So I'm going to spawn some typical enemies. Oh, and then I'm using Nautilus because when the enemies get grouped up by Nautilus and get closer to each other, it only increases the gas damage. But so I'm gonna combine into gas. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna only try to let Nautilus only grab one enemy, just because I don't want him pulling them all into the middle just yet. Okay, I'm not sure why he's not pulling enemies, but I won't complain about it right now. So what you do is you use one of his normal abilities to put gas on your gun, and then use Breach Surge, and then just get some headshots on one enemy, and then just watch it go. You could shoot as much as you want, but I just wanted to show how much it spreads on its own once it gets going. You can see it's literally like necrotic grip. And it'll keep going as long as there are still enemies that have um, Breach Surge on them. You just got to make sure to recast Breach Surge occasionally so that it can go on new enemies. Now let me do it with Eximuses just to show you it's kind of absurd how much damage it can do if you actually lay into them for a minute with the gun. So let me do the same. Breach Surge. Now just watch this damage. And obviously you can keep shooting, keep getting headshots the whole time and just increasing the damage that's spreading around. I don't know why Nautilus isn't pulling the enemies. Let me check him real quick. No, he should be working. Let me swap off of him and swap back. Maybe he's bugged or something. Okay, let me try. Now that we have that, I'm gonna actually group them this time so you can see just how much more damage they take once they get grouped. And here it goes. You see the second they get pulled into a group, they're just dead. So if you wanted to, you could use another weapon to group them or something. But I'm just using Nautilus. I'm not sure why he took so long to kick in. I know he won't target enemies with Overguard. Here, let me try it with normal Corrupted Gunners. It's very satisfying once it starts going. Let me spawn them one more time and actually get them all grouped up. Do it right this time. There we go. Enjoy the show. It's kind of stupid. You don't have to use Gaffa. I just recommend it because, like I said, since it's got the guaranteed status proc, you're gonna be hitting really hard for basically for free. But you could use anything really. Probably just something with a high fire rate to really stack up the gas procs and projectiles from Breach Surge. But if y'all have any recommendations for other weapons that might work well with it, let me know. But other than that, I'll post his video in the description. Hope y'all enjoy.